Hey guys, welcome back to my channel today. In today's video, we are going to be doing a holiday anti-haul. These are videos that I know that you guys also like watching because it's nice to talk about things that we want to buy, but I also think it's important to talk about things that really kind of bore us and definitely not something that we want to buy at all. So if you guys want to know which products I am going to be definitely skipping on this holiday season, then just keep watching. All right, so let's get right on into it. I do have quite a few baby hairs coming in. I just noticed that. Oh well, what can you do? So the first product I want to talk about, and by the way, I'm just pulling these up from Sephora's app. The first one I want to talk about is actually a product that I was kind of hemming and hawing as to whether I wanted to pick this up and review it. However, I did do a poll on my Instagram and a ton of you guys were like, no, don't even bother. We're not interested. So I decided to skip on this myself. This is the Huda Beauty Naughty Nude eyeshadow palette. Not only do I think this is a palette that she has done over and over and over again, with the exception of adding some different types of shades, this is a palette that I think a lot of us have very similar shades to. So not even just within her own line. I think that if you have the new Nude palette, if you have some of these smaller travel-friendly ones, they all have very similar tones to this. So the way that this one is built up is that she talks about having different types of finishes in here. And although they look intriguing, there's one that literally made me go, what the actual heck is going on with this shade? This is called Slippery. Slippery looks like, I don't know, a bacterial infection? It doesn't look the best. I don't know if that's just her way of trying to jump on the trend of the eye gloss, which is something that I do think is starting to come around. The eye gloss is starting to get much more popular, where it just has that nice like gleam on the lid, but not really a ton of pigment behind it. There's obviously like little bursts of pigment in here. It is really strange, but very interesting to look at and kind of off-putting, I'm gonna be honest. So this is a palette that I basically pulled you guys because I really was on the fence, really was just going to pick it up for review purposes, because this is something that I can already see like tons of shades I already have as well. So I'm really trying to get palettes this holiday that just like spark that interest. We do have, as makeup fans, we often have duplicate shades. I think that's kind of to be expected. But when you have a palette that just kind of doesn't really do it for you, I say listen to that and just skip on it, because you never know what can be coming down the pipe later on that you really, really love. The fact that she has some nice textures in here, she does have some creams, some mattes, some shimmers. I will give her that for being innovative. I also think there's like a lot going on here too, that kind of robs the experience for me a little bit, but that Slippery shade, yikes. The next few products I want to talk about all come from Makeup by Mario, and these to me just didn't grab my interest. So we do have this Master Mattes Pro Lip Palette. This is one, you guys, that I just think really caters to a makeup artist. In my opinion, I think very few of us are going to be able to use up a palette like this to the point where we'd get our money's worth unless we have clients, or unless that you are obsessed with something like this. This essentially has a color story of matte lipsticks ranging from beiges and browns to a royal red to that pop of blue and yellow. There's definitely some interesting shades in here. But like I said, definitely catered to a makeup artist. I don't see myself using, oh goodness, 90% of these shades on myself. So this is 80 Canadian dollars also, which is steep. So you do have to be obsessed with it. The other Mario products I've tried have definitely been hits or misses. I do have a video all about that also on my channel if you're interested. The next three also come from Makeup by Mario. These are also ones I'm not going to be buying, and these are the Glam eyeshadow quads. They are curated shades. They are not repeat shades. I know there was some confusion about that, if they actually were like different shades or if he repurposed his shades and just put them in curated collections. He did not. They are new shades. At least that's what his website claims. And the first one is Bronzy Glam, which has 3 shimmers and a matte. I don't know. I think it might be his packaging too, which I have spoke about is kind of underwhelming to me, but this is $33. I don't know. I have an all matte palette and an all shimmer palette from him, and really I just think that my interest for his line is kind of satisfied there. There's not really a ton of other things that are grabbing me. Rosie Glam is the next one, and yep, 3 shimmers and a matte, same thing, but really not grabbing my interest. The last one is Party Glam, which is the blues one, has 2 blues, a silver, and a gold, and there's 3 shimmers and 1 matte also. So they're all structured the same way with the shimmer matte ratio. I do like that kind of concept for a quick grab and go look, because the palettes I have currently are the mattes only and the shimmers only, so I do have to work with them together unless I want to just do one or the other. I do like that he's done some of those combos, but the color stories are not interesting enough to me, and I feel like I said, I have enough by him. I don't feel like I want everything. The Charlotte Tilbury line, the Natasha line, Pat McGrath, a lot of those lines to me, they just somehow give me that ignited passion every time they release something, and Mario hasn't been doing that for me. So unfortunately, these are all products I'm going to be skipping on. Now, speaking of Pat McGrath, she does offer some things that I haven't been the most excited about, so we'll talk about these next. The first one is the Mattetrance Lipstick Paves, I think is how you say it, Celestial Divinity Collection. And the reason why I'm just gonna skip these is because I actually have the shade Omi in my collection already, and they basically just put Omi in a fancy festive packaging. Although I do recommend Omi, it is like a mid-tone rosy, like everyday pink color, and it's that comfortable matte formula. I'm not gonna buy another one just because of the fancy packaging. Sometimes fancy packaging has gotten to me in the past, but this is one I'm gonna hold strong for because Omi is a beautiful shade, but I don't need another one just for a few diamonds added onto it. So this is a good option if you want to try the shade and you don't have it already. I think it's a good option. They also have a royal red, like a true red, in the shade Elson, which is also from her permanent collection. Both of them dressed up in this really nice packaging. A really good option if you want the shade and you don't have it already, but I do think you can skip on it if you already own the shade. The next Pat McGrath item that I'm going to be skipping on is the Lip Fetish Balm Tin. It just comes in one clear shade, and to me, I have a lot of balms already and this isn't grabbing me as much as I would like. So this is one that I'm just happily gonna skip on. I will save my money more so for palettes that really draw my eye from her and some of her lip products if they're unique shades. But a balm like this is just not gonna do it for me because it's not like magical enough. I don't know, am I the only one saying that? Unless this is like the most amazing balm that heals cracked lips or something, which I don't really think it's gonna be that. I'm just gonna say no to this one. Definitely anti-hauling this because we do have her logo of those golden lips on here, but otherwise the packaging is pretty straightforward and kind of underwhelming too, so I feel confident skipping this one. I want to talk about the anti-haul item that you guys might be surprised I'm going to be skipping on. This is one that I do recommend year over year. However, this collection this year just doesn't interest me as much because of the fragrances that are included. Normally, I would say that the cologne collection from Jo Malone London is actually a really good option. And this one still is a good option if you haven't tried the line before. That's what I'm gonna say about that one because it does offer all of the classics. However, I am one that has tried quite a few of her scents now, and I will say that this collection this year just, I don't know, I think I only like 3 of them. Actually, just 2 of them. So that's probably why. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mini colognes in here, and it's 150 Canadian dollars. That is steep still, you guys. You could still get like 1 scent from Jo Malone for that price that you really, really love. Go for my recommendations instead of getting this mini collection, just because of the included fragrances. Like English Pear and Froese to me is much more floral than I would prefer. Honeysuckle and Divina, same thing. The Pomegranate Noir is a very warm, spicy, kind of heavier scent, so not my personal favorite either. Those 3 are included in the collection. So Wild Bluebell is a fave, and so is Wood Sage and Sea Salt, but the amount that you get in these minis is only 9 milligrams, and that's a lot of money for like 2 out of the 5 that I prefer and recommend. So for me personally, it's not a good collection for me to get. But if you are one that is literally blind to her collection, like you've never tried anything, definitely a good option to try it out. But if you're more like me with perfume preference and like fragrance preferences and you like fresh florals, this won't be a good one for you. I would recommend getting instead a Nectarine Blossom and Honey scent, but get it in the like 30 milligram size because it's not the full size. It's like the smaller size of this. It's a fruity floral, a gorgeous, easy fragrance to wear. Same with Wild Bluebell, same with Blackberry and Bay, Wood Sage and Sea Salt. Those are my 4 that I love. And you can get a 30 ml of that for 92 Canadian dollars, like way less. Save yourself some money and actually get a fragrance that you will love. And you don't have to worry about quite a few of them being misses for you, but that's only if you have a preference style like myself. Some of the collections in the past have included much more of my preferred scents, but this one unfortunately is going to be a miss for me this year because there's some scents in here that just aren't my favorite. The last thing that I'm going to skip this year definitely is the Patrick Ta Major Glow Face Gloss. This is also a very trending type makeup product. It's definitely more of like the gloss to me, I know Makeup by Mario has that too, and to me it has like a very sticky finish and it's just not my favorite like preferred makeup style. This is like a highlight that is supposed to, you know, you can do it over your lids, over your cheekbones. You can also use it on your lips and décolleté as well. So it is that very versatile product, but it just looks like sticky and jelly and not something I'm going to be picking up a ton. Just saying, just trying to be practical. This is definitely an easy skip for me because I just haven't been a fan of the gloss type products I have tried. The last 2 you guys might hate me for. So just so you guys know, this is an opinion video, an opinion piece, if you will. There are 2 new Viseart palettes this year. One is called Petite Four in Framboise. Ugh, I'm gonna botch that French word. It means raspberry in French. There's also one in Praline as well. The Praline one reminds me of the bronze palette from Natasha Denona, and then the pinks in here, I just don't feel like I want to buy more pinks right now. Like, there's quite a few products that I already love, eyeshadow palettes that I already love. This isn't making the cut for me, and Viseart as a whole, I don't know how popular they are with you guys. So let me know down below, how likely are you to buy Viseart over Natasha or Charlotte or Pat McGrath? How does this brand rank to you? Because to me, I think that they have consistent quality. I don't know, they're just a brand to me that I wonder if they're losing steam. So let me know down below, but these color stories in particular are easy passes because they do remind me of other palettes that I've picked up not that long ago. What is one product from this holiday that you are for sure not going to buy? I would love to know your thoughts. Thank you so much for watching, and until my next one, guys, I hope you stay safe, please do, and we'll chat with you guys later. Bye, guys.
You and me, everything that we've been through has made us strong. You won't believe we've had our gray, but somewhere there's a light inside of us. It shows the way.